All right, let's dive into the astrological energies for Saturday, January 31st, 2026. We're going to break down the entire day for you, from the pretty sensitive emotional vibes in the morning to some really dramatic, interesting shifts that happen later in the evening.
So let's just start with a question for you. As we go through all of this, I want you to keep this in mind. What are these energies whispering to you? How is this cosmic weather going to actually feel in your life, in your day?
Okay, first up, the day's emotional rhythm. The whole emotional foundation for today, the entire backdrop is all about one thing. The moon is in the super sensitive sign of Cancer.
I always think of this as the day's background music. It's just playing quietly the whole time, kind of coloring how we feel and what's going on inside. So, no matter what else happens today, this gentle, nurturing Cancer energy is our starting point. It's our baseline. And this is what that background music sounds like. We're talking about a real increase in emotional sensitivity. So today is a great day to be extra gentle with yourself and maybe with others too. You'll probably feel a strong pull towards safety, security, home, and family. Don't be surprised if your mind just drifts to the past or you find yourself really focused on your closest emotional connections. It's a day for nesting, for sure. But then, as we head into the evening, the energy takes this really fascinating turn. The whole mood is about to change because we have two very different planetary aspects coming into play, creating a kind of surprise effect for the evening. So check out this timeline. It lays it all out for us perfectly. First, we get this jolt of insight, a real aha moment from a Moon-Uranus connection. Then, right after that, we get this really stabilizing, grounding energy from a Moon-Saturn aspect. And to top it all off, late at night, the Moon changes signs, which completely shifts the emotional focus. This really breaks down those first two phases so well. Think of the Uranus effects like a sudden spark of lightning. It's refreshing, it brings a moment of clarity, or some unexpected idea that just pulls you out of a rut. Then, right on its heels, the Saturn effect comes in like a steadying anchor, helping you take that brand new awareness and make it practical and solid. Right, so after you get that flash of Uranian genius, you've got to ground it. And that brings us to the second part of the evening, finding that balance and solidity. This is our chance to take that aha moment and actually make it real. And this is where Saturn's support is just so helpful. It's the perfect time to bring some balance to any feelings that got stirred up. It's all about taking responsibility for where you're at emotionally, maybe getting clear on your boundaries, and really building up a solid sense of inner confidence. It's a real moment of emotional maturity. But wait, the day is not over yet. Late in the evening, that emotional background music does a complete 180. The moon shifts out of the quiet, deep waters of Cancer and moves into the bold, expressive, fiery sign of Leo. So what does a Leo moon feel like? Well, the focus shifts big time. It goes from our internal feelings to external expression. Suddenly, the desire to be seen, to create, to perform, and just have our uniqueness recognized gets way stronger. The energy becomes more playful, a little more dramatic, and a lot more confident. Now, just a little heads up, with this big shift towards self-expression and being seen, it's pretty natural that ego-centered reactions can pop up a bit more. It's not a bad thing at all. It's just, something to be aware of as this new outward-focused energy starts to take over. So you might be wondering, why is this Leo theme showing up so strongly right now? Well, there's a bigger astrological story going on here. These feelings today aren't random. They're actually part of a much larger cycle that's building towards something big. And that something big is happening in just 2 days, on February 2nd. That's the date of the next full moon. And guess what? It's going to be in the exact same sign the moon moves into tonight, the sign of Leo. And this quote just nails the connection. Basically, any of that heightened sensitivity around our ego or that need for expression we might feel tonight, it's our subconscious getting ready. It's the preparatory energy for the huge emotional peak of the Leo full moon that's just around the corner. So, how do we put this all together and make the most of the day? Here's a super simple game plan. First, just honor your need for comfort during the day. Then, in the evening, be open to those flashes of insight. Use that Saturn energy that follows to ground yourself. And then, as night falls, find a healthy, creative way to express yourself. Which brings us right back to you. Now that you've seen the whole flow, from sensitive Cancer to that insightful Uranus spark, to stable Saturn, and finally to expressive Leo, how do you think you're going to feel these energies playing out in your day? It's a really powerful sequence, and just knowing what's coming can help you navigate it all with a little more purpose.